How's it going, everyone? Second video in 2 days, and this video is about should men cry? I have watched a lot of YouTube videos about this. I have contemplated it myself, and I'm going to do my best to answer it here at 45 years of age. I don't think my answer is perfect, but I do think I have some good thoughts to share about the matter. So, should men cry? I am a firm believer that if you feel something, tears, pain, sadness, etc., that your body is communicating with you and that it is an important clue and signal for you. Your body is communicating through you, you are feeling something, and if you choose to simply just be stoic 24/7 and shove down those feelings, you are robbing yourself of your body's innate communication system to yourself. And I believe that those emotions will come up until you allow them to flow through you and disappear. Now, should a man go cry day after day in front of people begging for help and sympathy and all of that? No. I don't think that serves anyone. I do think it's good to cry and do it alone in your own sanctuary. If you have a loved one, a spouse, someone who has the ability to hold space for you while you cry, this is a very important distinction. Some people do not have the ability to hold space for tears. I know because I have cried in front of people in my past and they completely got turned off by it. But some people I have cried in front of and they valued it, they appreciated it. So you can make this distinction by just talking to someone and getting to know them and learning about them. People who are very kind and empathetic and serving and giving and nurturing, those people generally will hold space for you to cry. That doesn't mean you should just do it all the time. I don't think that's correct. But when it comes up, let it happen. Let yourself cry. There's no reason not to. There's a video of me last year, a couple videos, where I was crying here on YouTube. I was in this very room crying. I was broken. I felt destroyed, and I just cried. And I did that to show that it's okay to cry, and because that's exactly how I felt in that moment. And I cried for many months last year until finally the intensity of the situation lessened to the point I didn't need to cry every day. But I let myself do that. I allowed myself to feel. I love myself and I give myself the gift of feeling when it comes up. I don't tell myself to suck it up, be a man, and don't cry. Now, I believe I can be a man. I can do all the things that a man supposedly does in life through the way I treat other people, the work I do, etc. But to be denounced as a man because you cry, I think is unfair, uh, especially if a man is simply doing it in a way that is on their own and allowing themselves to go through a process of healing. Do men get respected in general if they cry? No, I would say no. The majority, not, I would say most of you here on my YouTube channel actually appreciate the ability to feel emotion. You are a unique tribe here on my YouTube channel, but I would say there's a majority, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80, somewhere between that percent of people that say a man shouldn't cry. No one wants to see that. And I get where they're coming from, because if a man is simply crying and whining all the time, what good does that do? All it does is siphon away the energy of people who are living their life. It's a tough one. Life is kind of difficult and cruel in that way because we are really our own, we're our own white knight and savior. You individually, us internally. I've heard the phrase, we are who we have been looking for. It's true. I think about to myself, what if someone was crying to me every day, man or woman? It would be tough. It'd be like, gosh, that's tough to handle. A few times, okay, that's fine. But weeks and weeks of it, ooh, that'd be hard. That'd be hard to hold space and have the energy for that person if they were not working hard to work through what they were doing. So let's say I had something that was like last year where it was months and months of crying. I would let myself cry. I cried in a yoga class, a public setting with many people I didn't know at all, and I cried, and several other people cried with me. That was an unrealized response to my tears, as I allowed other people the freedom to cry and to express themselves or to feel what I was feeling and to cry with me. And that was an amazing experience. And it was one yoga class, and that was the only time it happened. And if it happened more than that, it would have been fine. But in that moment, I freely expressed myself, and it was very freeing. It was very powerful. And I did it without needing anyone to do anything. I was not crying to say, help, hold me, soothe me. It was more of an expression of, I'm feeling this. I'm going to be authentic to how I'm feeling. And that is a core value of mine. If being authentic to how I'm feeling and who I am means I don't get as much as someone who is stoic and what a typical man looks like, I'm okay with that. I am not the way I am to get anything from anyone. I am the way I am to truly be authentic, which I feel strongly from within. I feel strong resonance and alignment with authenticity, very much so, because this world lacks it so much. This world is missing authenticity so very much. The majority of people are putting on a mask or a front or a persona or whatever you want to call it for the world to see. But who they are is hidden largely. And I wish to be the change that I want to see, so I will not get things in order to be congruent and aligned with my true self. I will not get things. Just that's what I believe, and I think that's good. I think it takes courage to do that. Anybody who's authentic and is who they are without trying to get anything is a courageous person, has evolved past subconscious and biological behavior. And this is good. So if you are a man watching this and you're wondering if a man should cry, my answer, which is only one sliver of knowledge, there are many people you can listen to about this, I'm just one of them, but my perspective is authenticity is king. Allowing yourself to feel it, to heal it, is king. And let yourself cry as much as you need to. If you have work to do as a man, go get your work done. And if you're feeling angry and sad or whatever you're feeling while you're doing it, focus on your work, get it done. And then when the work day's over, go in your room or in a forest clearing or in your car and let yourself feel it. Let it all out. And you're validated in your feelings. Never take your anger or other emotions out on other people. I truly believe that as well. I have the heavy bag at the gym that I go to when I'm feeling angry and I'm not injured, which I am injured right now. As I'm getting older, I get injured more, and my emotions of anger go to that bag. I punch it, I kick it, etc. And when I have tears, those tears happen in this bat cave, my sanctuary here. And possibly in front of someone, a close friend, a family member, I'll cry in front of them too, because that's what family's for. Family's there not to judge you for crying or being a certain way, or the unconditional love of a mother. My mother would have let me cry as much as I wanted to, but I know that just crying all the time isn't good either. Like all things, there's balance. So I've kind of hit a few different angles on this question. I know that there's a lot, if you're a man, there's a lot of women who won't like it if you cry. And those women are not in my orbit of life. Those women will never be someone that ever gets close to me, and I'm okay with that. I have accepted that that's not the kind of woman I want in my life. I only want people in my life who value authenticity and the allowance of me to feel whenever I'm feeling. And they don't even need to do anything about it. There's nothing that needs to be done. I don't need a pat on the back or a rub or anything if I'm crying. I just need to be authentic for myself for alignment. So that's my view. Probably am in the minority with this view, and that's okay. You can be a man and cry, and it's okay. And if you are and you're struggling with an answer to this question, I hope you found this video to get another perspective on it. You're just as valuable and useful and good and a whole bunch of other things if you allow yourself to cry versus not. And I understand the counter argument. I understand the counter argument that says men shouldn't cry, remain stoic, focus on your mission, purpose, work. There's no need to cry because then other people are going to be affected. So just remain strong all the time. I get that too. And I think it is good to be a strong leader as a man. It's something I struggle with, but I also agree men can be strong in places of strength, like a mountain, like a rock. But I believe you can be that as a man and still allow yourself to feel. That's just my own opinion. So I am who I am. I accept who I am, and I accept that not everyone believes what I believe, and it's okay. No judgment. So that's it for this video. Namaste. I'll see you next time.